Hey everybody, Fred McKinnon here, eComCatalyst. We're a full service Amazon and e-commerce marketing agency. And today I want to do what I would call a listing teardown. Now, teardown sounds kind of scary, right? But it's not meant to be that at all. It's just kind of stripping things away, auditing and analyzing a listing. This is something we do in our agency on a daily basis across thousands and thousands of listings to see what we can do to help you become a better seller on Amazon and other marketplaces. Now, I have this colleague, Zack, and Zack was awesome. He was vulnerable. He just threw it out there and he said, hey, here's my listing. I'd like some feedback on it. So, Zack, I'm going to give you my feedback as if I were auditing any other client's account, feedback that we would be executing as an agency to make your listing better. So first, I want to say congratulations. Zack's listing is in kind of the sports and outdoors space, or it could also be kind of considered the bath space because it's a towel, but it's not just any towel. It is a very, very large, super absorbent towel that's great for the beach, for the pool, using as a yoga mat, things like that. All right, so with no further ado, let's go in and begin to look at the listing. All right, this is the one that he sent us, the brand being Nomadix. I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing that correctly, Zack. Nomadix. Nomadix doesn't sound quite as cool, so Nomadix sounds absolutely amazing. And let's just kind of look at some of the upper level, right? Excuse me, got a little throat thing going on, and I'm not going to try to hit pause every time I have to clear my throat, so bear with me, please. All right, first and foremost, this is a very large parent and child variation. So as you can see, we have the parent Nomadix original towel, perfect for beach, pool, travel, camping, yoga, made with recycled materials, super absorbent and sand resistant. All right, we're brand registered. We've got a Nomadix store, which is awesome. We've got a full image carousel with videos, which is awesome. And we have a parent that has lots and lots of child variations based on color, such as aqua blue or Baja Aqua or black on black. I bet that gets hot. California Republic, just lots and lots of different cool options. Man, I like that one. That's really pretty and cool. That's really cool. There's some really just cool designs in here. Really, really cool designs. Okay. So you get the idea. Here's the default one, aqua blue, that loads. And let's just kind of go through the listing here and scroll through. We have our brand, we have our backend attributes, looking pretty good. Towel form type, yoga towel, age, all ages, material, polyester. And then we get into our description, bullet points. And then let's check and see if Zack has A+ content. Now I have lots and lots of modules that load on my page with Keepa, Helium 10, and Jungle Scout all loading together. And then here's our brand story. Our brand story is really, really cool. One thing I love about the brand story here is we're really telling a story about Nomadix. Sustainability is woven into who we are and what we make. They got this beautiful background, of the mountains. And we see that they're committed to reducing our impact on the planet by creating durable and versatile products using recycled materials, manufacturing responsibility, and collaborating for change. So right off the bat, we're aware now of the fact that we're dealing with a brand that is environmentally conscious, that has a mission that they're proud of. You get into here, one original towel equals 30 plastic bottles. I got one of those swimsuits that's made out of recycled plastic. I don't quite understand how recycled plastic turns into a garment, but really cool. Our commitment begins with repurposing post-consumer recycled materials to make all of our products. So really, climate neutral certified, some really, really great things, and then some really cool stellar reviews. And then we get in here to the product description. And this is just really, really well done. The only towel you need, okay? And then I really, really love this section here because it really goes into the UVP, the unique value proposition, what makes these special. What are they made of? Towels, ponchos, and more made with post-consumer recycled materials like plastic bottles. He talks about how absorbent they are, that they dry 4 times faster. Sign me up. They're slip resistant. Great lifestyle example of these towels being used in a yoga studio. Packed small. This is wonderful seeing it rolled up very small and tight like that. They're less bulky. And then I live on the beach, St. Simon's Island, Georgia. I can't stand the sand at the beach. I love to go to the beach once I'm there, once I leave, but the sand is not my friend. Tight weave on our towels means that sand, dirt, and pet hair shake right off. All right, so this is a towel for me. I'm on the beach. I got sand. I got, cats and things like that. Or let me say, my wife has cats. And cat hair, things like that. And then we get into some of the differences and even some FAQs here. And then one of my favorite modules of all is, comparing different towels and their sizes. Okay. And we're currently ranked number 32 in camping towels. So the first thing I want to say is good job. Okay, Zach, you've done a great job building a brand here, a brand that has a mission, that has a focus, exceptional work. All right. And if Helium 10 and Jungle Scout are accurate, you're doing somewhere between a combined $30,000 or $43,000 a month on all of the aggregate of all of these variations. So no doubt you have a few hero colors that are generating the majority of those sales, and others, just aren't carrying their load, but you've got some that are doing really, really well. So, again, there's always discrepancies between Jungle Scout and Helium 10. Jungle Scout's estimating 20 units sold a day, and Helium 10's got us around 1,107 a month. All right, let's tear down this listing. All right, the first thing I want to talk about here is your image carousel. And some of the colleagues that you shared this with have already immediately jumped on this. And it's the first thing that I saw, honestly, okay? On your image carousel, first, your main image did not captivate me at all, okay? And I don't mean that in a rude way. And it's very difficult. Like, how do you go about showing a towel? Because it's tall and long, and it's not like it's a square that you can really tighten up on. So it feels like there's just lots and lots of white space, okay? But when I click on it and I open it up like that, you've got all this white space on the side. And honestly, there's nothing much that you can do about that because of the vertical size of the towel, all right? The only thing you could do differently is maybe having it folded or rolled or something in such a way where you could get much, much closer on there, all right? Let me go to the second one. This one shows, I am assuming, what it would look like when you purchase the towel, okay? It's going to be folded up neatly, and it has this nice retail band on it with the size and all of your made with recycled type material icons and things like that, okay? And this I like because I can really get in there and begin to see just a little bit of what your fabric looks like. So in my opinion, I like this as the main image better than the other one. That's just my opinion. I would want to experiment an A/B split test with your main image. And you can do that inside of brand experiments on Amazon without having to do anything different, okay? But you can take that image there and run an A/B split test to see which image does better, this one or that one, okay? This one really doesn't show the full breadth of the towel. This one does, but I like seeing the band on this one and the branding. So what I would suggest is that you put them side by side in a new image. So for example, you would have this somehow on this, like to the side or something like that. Use some of this white space and put this to the side, the packaging here, this one here, put it over to the side of the towel, and then let the towel run out like that. You might even kind of accordion style fold the towel, but I would say there are a plethora of options that you have on making this main image better, and you can A/B split test those all day long in Amazon Seller Central. Another fantastic outlet is PickFu. And I'll drop a link in my video note for PickFu where you can go and run a poll on what main image captivates people more. Okay, this one, is okay, but it's just the towel hanging up. All right, I am able to see the back side of the towel, but I could accomplish that by having one of these corners pulled down. Okay, a lot of your competitor listings have the corner pulled down. So again, I'm thinking on this main image that you take image number 2 that shows it in the packaging like this, and you sort of make a main image that shows the towel in several different ways, all right, in the packaging, and then fully expanded like this, but maybe fold down the corner of the towel or so we can see that back side. This kind of eliminates the need for this because it looks like a handkerchief to me. I mean, there's just not a lot of value in this photo at all. All right. Now this photo is great. It's really going in and it's showing you the texture, but again, it's just a photo with no text. Okay. This isn't really giving me anything, and you're missing the opportunity here for infographic to really explain the tight weave, all of the things that you already did in your A+ content perfectly. You just need to implement all those up here in your main image carousel, okay? And then we get into lifestyle shots, and honestly, I think a couple of lifestyle shots is all you need, okay? They're cool, right? But you just have too many of them because you could make a swatch of these, but all you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 images here. All right. Most of them are just static lifestyle images that are cool images, but they're not really providing any real value to the person that is actually looking at your listing. Okay. They're just lifestyle pictures. 1 or 2 lifestyle pictures is enough. What you have to do to convert and to get sales is you have to address the consumer's questions about your product and what makes your product better than someone else's product. You have to do all of that in an image carousel. All right, I just showed you how far you have to go to get to A+ content. Now, your A+ content is outstanding. It is absolutely amazing. I love what you did with it. You answered all the questions about the towel. How large is the towel? What kind of fabric is it made out of? What makes it special? What makes it unique? Why should I buy this? You answer all that in the A+. It's just not in that image carousel. All right, so once again, I want to come to the listing. And this is on desktop, okay? But it's going to be the same on mobile, right? I want you to see. Now, granted, this is a bit exaggerated because all the tools that I have loading on my Amazon pages. But to get to the questions that need to be answered by the consumer, look how far I have to go. All right, so forget all this. This is extra stuff. But we've got a upsell bought together. We've got more ads, lots of ads where your competitors are showing up. And then we have your brand story, which is great. However, at the top of your A+ content, this module has way too much white space, in my opinion, okay? It almost looks like it's a mistake, all right? If you could tighten that up a lot, really tighten that up, because we're way below the fold at this point, way below the fold. And this is what I want to see. The only towel you need, would say the only towel you will ever need, okay? That really captivates my interest and makes, what's so special about this towel, right? Okay, the Nomadix original towel, the only towel you need, the only towel you will ever need. But right now, for the first time on this listing, I'm interested. I'm intrigued, okay? But I had to go way down to the bottom of the page. And on mobile, where more people are buying on mobile than on desktop, it's going to be the same way. And they've got to go way far. The first thing they see on mobile is that image carousel, and you're not discussing any of this in your image carousel, okay? Now, as I've already said, when you get in here, man, you hit an absolute home run, okay? What is it made of? All right, super absorbent. These are the things that you need to have in your image carousel. Before I made this video, I saw other colleagues were answering your question when you put it out there for us. they're already saying the same thing, okay? These are the UVPs, unique value propositions. These are the things that make your product special, okay? Um, these are amazing, all right? You have to repurpose this information, maybe with a little bit different wording, maybe even with different type of images and words. All of this needs to be integrated into your image carousel here, all right? So basically, I would say that the biggest area of work that you need to do here is on the main image. I think the main image is very lacking. I looked at other main images and a lot of them are very similar. So if you can revise your main image to make it work better, you're gonna have a real instant leg up, okay? Mess around with that main image so that you can show the towel in its fullness, maybe with a corner pulled down. Also, show it with the band, you know, the way it comes in retail, and maybe even show it rolled up as it did in the other one. Several different versions of that. It's safe to do that, okay? The guidelines say that you can't have something in the main image that's not actually coming with it, right? You can't have props and things like that. Well, people do it all the time, all right? But everything I'm suggesting isn't even props. It's just different ways to look at the same product so that they get an all-inclusive, holistic view of the product. This is what it looks like when I buy it. This is what it looks like unfolded. This is look like on the back side of it. This is what it looks like rolled up tight to go in my gym bag. All of that can be part of your main image, and that is going to captivate people absolutely like crazy. In that image carousel, man, you really need that. The best towel, the only towel you need, right? That's a great, great, fantastic line. And then everything about it being super absorbent and so forth. All that is image. I give you A+ on your A+ content, right? 100, A+, great job on the A+ content. Image carousel has to get a lot of work, okay, for you. And the image carousel is just so much more important than that A+ at the bottom because so many people never get that far. All right, now let's take a look at the SEO. You've got a 9.9 listing health score. That's actually really good. I wonder what the only thing that they're even trying to, they're saying the title exceeds 150 characters. That's the only ding that you have on here. I wouldn't worry about that at all. I mean, Amazon's allowing up to 200. Maybe that's why they're dinging you. They feel like you don't have quite enough characters, all right? But what I want to go through now is your title, and I want to go through your bullet points. I'm not going to waste time on the description because nobody gets that far, all right? So our title, Nomadix, brand name up front, very good. Original towel. All right, I understand that that's the phrase used for the towel, and I can see that there's search terms for that. So I get it, the Nomadix original towel. Perfect for beach, pool, travel, camping, yoga, made with recycled material, super absorbent, sand resistant. I think that more of the unique value points for this product should be earlier up in the title. What's not in the title is the size, okay? That's very important, all right? What is the size of this title, of this towel? What else is not in this title is what type of material it is. It just says that it's made with recycled materials and that it's super absorbent. But if I go down further, I see that it's 80% polyester, 20% nylon, but I see that it's super absorbent micro terry fabric, okay? Now, I didn't know what micro terry fabric was. And also, I will say that most of the competitors all use the word microfiber, all right? So I was like, okay, what is micro terry and microfiber? The typical consumer like me, we don't know that. It doesn't necessarily mean anything to me, but yours says micro, was it micro terry, I think, something like that, right? Micro terry fabric. So I literally came over here and I had to Google it, right? And I was like, is micro terry and microfiber the same thing? And essentially it says, no, they're not the same thing. Micro terry is better than microfiber. So like micro terry is a type of microfiber, but it's even better. Anybody that's familiar with terry cloth knows how soft and amazing terry cloth feels. So that excites me to know that. I want to make sure I utilize that in my title, okay? And you're not doing that just now. You're just kind of have this. So the title from an SEO perspective could use lots and lots of work. All right. These are good, bullet points here. I'm not going to dig into all of these because I do think that they're important for SEO and they're important for answering questions. But any question that I have as a potential buyer, I want those answered with infographics in these others. Okay. For example, let's just take a look at potentially another one. Here's one that's Amazon's choice. Okay. It's in the same price range, $34.99. Now, when I come here, I see it's quick dry, compact travel, beach towel. I see the size 63 by 31.5. And look, they did exactly what I was telling you earlier for their main image. Okay. I didn't plan this ahead. I'm doing this live right now. I didn't research this before. But look, they've got a towel. They've got it folded back. They've got it in the packaging. And they actually have a swatch here that shows you that you can get different colors. Okay. So you have an opportunity to make your towel like this, show the smaller towel with the band across the top. And then maybe instead of having because you got a lot of colors, instead of having your swatches here, you could, do it rolled up, show how easy it is to roll up. All right. Or you could do a swatch thing that has all the little colors and things like that. But now look at theirs. Okay. We got lifestyle pics, but the lifestyle pics mean something. Yours are just pretty lifestyle pics with absolutely no value. All right. But here, sand free, leave it at the beach. Right. Okay. Another lifestyle pick, but quick drying, ultra absorbent. We're talking about a feature, okay? Travel ready, compact and lightweight. Yeah, this is a lifestyle shot with a model in a bathing suit, but it's not just eye candy or a pretty picture. There's a purpose to it with a unique value point, okay? Waffle weave, microfiber, dual-sided. I got my dimensions, I got my sizes. And then this kind of is just like a branded type image. This doesn't bring any value at all. I guess they just needed an extra image spot, something like that. But nevertheless, now I will say they're doing less revenue than you, but they have way less variations. But I think that this image carousel is far, far superior to the one that you have on yours. Okay, so that's a good example there. Now, let's talk about keywords, okay? SEO and keywords. The one thing that I did do ahead of time is I did a deep dive with DeepDive software, and I want to show you the results of that. Okay, so I basically use your towel as the hero ASIN. All right, and then I use DataDive to find competitors. And I eliminated competitors. This one is $14.95. I kind of overlooked it. But what I was looking for was basically oversized large towels that are in the same price range, the $20 to $30, $35 price range like yours, that are large. Most of them say microfiber, all right, or super absorbent. So when you look at this, you know your brand better than anyone else, Zach. And so you may look at this and go, oh, that's not the same thing at all right? But just from a consumer and a quick search, all right, these are some of the things that we're looking at. If you're familiar with DataDive at all, you know that it's the opposite of what you would think. Red is great, green is terrible, all right? So usually you associate the color red with bad or stop or problem, and green with go, great. Well, with DataDive, it's the opposite, okay? Green is bad. And red is great. So let's take a quick look at DataDive, and I will send you over. I will export this and send this out to you. But this is, let me move myself up here to the top, all right? When we do this DataDive, I've got your listing way over here. And overall, the strength of the entire listing from an SEO perspective compared to these others is very weak. That's as bad as score as you can get. And I have a few of your towels here, and they're all very weak, all right? So in this genre here, in this niche, it's a great niche, okay? Because you only have 2 listings that are, quote, very strong, as you might expect. Both of those are Chinese sellers, Chinese sellers, so you have 4 that are strong, you have 3 that are weak, and then 7 that are very weak. All right. And then we see our average sale price $28.99, average revenue 25 grand to 54 grand, and so forth. All right. What I want you to see here is search term volume and how you apply. So I'm going to sort search volume. Okay. Like this. And when I sort the search volume, the most searched keyword is microfiber beach towel. I believe that is highly relevant to your listing, okay? This green means, without a number, means you're not even ranked at all. Not anywhere that matters on the first 5, 6, 7, 8 pages, okay? So that's a big problem, because this, in my opinion, is one of your most important keywords. And so, for example, if I click this and I go to microfiber beach towel, I see an ad, sand free. That's one of your unique value points, right? Super absorbent. That's one of your unique value points. But this isn't you. This is a competitor, right? It's a Chinese competitor, actually, and they're doing a great job with the video ad here, okay? Here's a $54 Turkish beach towel, 100% certified organic Turkish. Now, maybe yours isn't Turkish. Maybe there are nuances and differences here. Again, Zach, you know your brand better than I do, but you have to divorce yourself from the specific detail and nuance of your product and just think about the vertical, the genre, the niche, where you are, okay? I'm out here and I'm looking for a great, big old, super absorbent, quick, dry, sand-free towel, okay? That's it, right? Now, if I'm like really, really interested in the whole environmental thing, that's important to me, then I'm going to be filtering and looking for that too. That's very important. So that's something I want to look for, but ultimately we got to get their attention first. All right. This one is sponsored, but now we're looking at, all these examples on page 1 for that search term, and you're just nowhere to be found at all, right? You need to be on page 1, my friend. Zach, well, here we go. You are, right here you are, but you're sponsored, okay? You are sponsored, so you're bidding on that keyword. I would bid aggressively on that keyword because it's very important and it has over 12,000 searches a month and it's very relevant to you. I personally, if I could swing it with my PPC budget, I would focus on that keyword and exact match, and I would try to make sure that I have top of search on that. With a top of search multiplier, I want to be in the first 2 or 3 positions sponsored. Anytime somebody is searching that keyword, and I don't want to do that wastefully. I want to do that meticulously. I want to track my sponsored rank, and I want to track my organic rank. I want to make sure that it's making sense. Quick, dry towels for travel. All right. Another really relevant search term, because your towels are quick dry and they're great for travel because you can roll them up and they're very small, right? So if you're going to the beach or you're going on a cruise, or you're going to Europe and you're trying to do it light with a backpack and a carry-on, you need a towel. This is great. But so here, all these people are ranked. Mr. Chinese guy in China here is ranked 17th. Okay. But you have no rank at all. Now here under Nomadix, Zach, I sure hope I'm saying the brand name correctly, Nomadix. If this whole video I'm pronouncing your brand wrong, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. All right, now here is a red. Remember I said red is good in DataDive with a 1, okay? That means first position organic rank, but that's because it's branded. It's your Nomadix towels. I would expect you to be in first position there, okay? Quick, dry beach towel. You are ranked. You're showing up, but you're showing up very, very, very weak in position 77, 54. But all of these greens are what we call keyword gaps, where you're either not ranked at all. And when I say ranked at all, I mean you need to be ranked on page 1 or 2 at least. When you're like page 3, 4, 5, you may as well not be ranked at all right? 43, 70 is really, really not helping a lot. These ones are great, but again, they're branded search terms. I can highlight branded search terms on here. Where did that little button go? I don't see it right now. I'm probably staring right at it, but oh, here. Okay. No. Yeah. That helps me select your branded ones. You're ranked great for your branded. Okay. But look at these, dude, man, Zach, look at these gaps. Look at your competitor. They're ranked 6, 22, right? On thin beach towels, quick drying. All right. Only 1,343 searches a month. But when you take all of these, now you're up to 10,000 swim towels for quick dry beach towels, 1,210 searches, right? They're ranked. They're number 6. Gap here, 6184, huge keyword gaps. All of this green is a problem, okay? So you would need to rewrite your listings to make sure that you're getting traction on these particular keywords, okay? I love DataDive. I use it extensively in conjunction with Helium 10 to find gaps in keywords. I think personally that if you really focused on your image carousel and your SEO, and the SEO goes straight in with PPC. I don't know what your PPC strategy is, but it's going to require a very dedicated PPC strategy to get a lot of those gaps ranked back into page 1 and 2. You get a lot of those gaps where you're ranked in the top 10, top 15, even the top 20, Zach, you're going to see exponentially more sales on this ASIN. So I'll send you the DataDive. I hope this is helpful. Look, I mean, we could spend an hour digging into this, but when I look at this, especially when I look at this DataDive, it's like I'm looking at a ribeye steak, medium rare, like my mouth's watering. I want to dig in and start working on this listing right away, right? Because I see enormous potential, okay? Your branding is fantastic. Your photography is fantastic. Your mission is fantastic. It's clear that you're making a great towel because you have fantastic reviews. There's just some SEO gaps, some probably a pretty significant gap PPC-wise. You're doing great for branded. Oh, and that's the other thing I want to say is, listen, man, you are on the radar, okay? Because on many of the other competitors that I went to, when I went to them and I used Helium 10 X-ray to see what their best performing search terms were, Nomadix was in there. Let's take a look, for example. All right, watch this. Let's go to the Chinese one because I haven't done it yet. The one that's very strong, okay? Let's go to this ASIN here. Now, this is a 2-pack being sold for $30. So technically, maybe I shouldn't have included this one. You know, I don't think I realized it was a 2-pack. Guarantee it's not being made with recycled products and things like that. So I'm with you all the way. Okay, you've got a far superior product. But I'm going to come over to X-ray and I want to look at what search terms are generating sales per month. And let's see. Look, Nomadix towels, right? Nomadix towels, 30 sales a month on that keyword, okay? So the fact that they are bidding and ranking on your brand tells me how much you have established some brand dominance and brand awareness there, all right? That's awesome. Congratulations on that. Why can't I get this to go away? Maybe it's up here. There we go. There's the X. Got too many windows. All right, but here's the thing, right? If I come to this ASIN in Chrome and I type Command F, Nomadix, it's nowhere on this page. Yet they are indexed for your brand name. So they're either bidding aggressively on your brand name or they have it indexed somewhere in the backend search term. And here's my trick for doing that. I'm going to take this ASIN and come into a new Amazon search, and I'm going to paste that ASIN plus Nomadix. This is going to tell me if they are indexed for your brand name, and they are. Okay, because they just showed up there, that means they're indexed for your brand name. I would say most likely it is in the back-end search terms. It's in the alt image tags, but they have it somewhere. They're going against your brand name. It's in their listing, all right? And you know, one way we can just let me just say, let's just make up one, Nintendo, okay? Nintendo. I want to show you that this hack actually works. See, the towel's not there, right? Let's say sunscreen. Probably not there. Not there. Let's say car wax. Not there. Let's say beach. I bet it is. There it is. All right, so we know the word beach is indexed for that towel. Let's say plastic. Yeah, see, they're not indexing on plastic because they got nothing to do with plastic or recycled. Quick dry. Yep. All right. But anytime you're wondering, you can put an ASIN, the plus sign, and then a keyword, and it'll show you if they are indexed or not. And there they are. They're indexed. All right. So my whole point of all of that is to demonstrate to you that, and I'd already done that on several before I made the video. I just kind of spot checked because I wanted to find out what were important keywords. And on most of the products like yours that were getting sales and had reviews, when I would run Helium 10 X-ray against that ASIN, it would show me the sales per keyword, and Nomadix was always one of those keywords. So great job, man. Great job. Listen, I hope this helps. I love doing this stuff. It's fun. And I'm going to send this to you. Hopefully it's helpful to you. And I applaud you on the job that you've done. You've done fantastic. Implement some of this, all of this, and I think you're going to see a noticeable improvement. I will say, when you start aggressively tearing down a listing and rebuilding it with a new SEO, you will often experience a temporary decline in sales, decline in ranking. You'll see your BSR, your sales rank, instead of getting better, you'll see it get worse, sometimes for a week or so, 7 to 10 days, sometimes not that long, sometimes a little longer. Don't panic, okay? Because what's happening is Amazon is seeing all these changes and updates to the listing, and they're recalibrating, they're re-indexing. It's almost like you're starting over. They're re-indexing your whole listing and everything, and that process takes a little bit of time. So if you see, you know, that you're doing worse after implementing these changes, if you see your PPC performs worse after implementing these changes, give it a couple of weeks. Don't panic, and then you'll begin to see a pretty substantial difference. All right. I want you to get back to me once you make any of these changes, and let's talk about it and see how it did. Thanks a lot for watching, okay? In the event that I get Zach's permission to share this video publicly and you enjoyed this, leave a comment, let me know, subscribe to eComCatalyst YouTube channel. This is what we do. An audit like this is worth a lot of money. Typically, we charge $1,500 or higher for a deep dive audit like this, but we're available to you. If you need help, reach out. You can schedule a free consult at eComCatalyst.com. Appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot.